Well, guys, we have some pretty bad news here. So during E3 2017, Nintendo really surprised me. In my opinion, they won E3, showing a bunch of future games: Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Zelda DLC, Pokemon on Switch, Metroid Prime 4, and those other games too that had my interest, guys. However, we do have some unfortunate news to discuss here regarding Metroid Prime 4. Basically, guys, the reason why Nintendo made the announcement about Metroid 4, although nothing was probably ready for the game, nothing has even been made for this game yet, maybe even besides that title screen we saw. And the reason why I thought Nintendo did that was to generate excitement for Nintendo Switch, to help maybe generate some sales too of people who want to get that Metroid Prime, and maybe they're worried about the stock of the Nintendo Switch. So maybe that caused people to buy the Nintendo Switch a little bit earlier than maybe they originally expected here. But this piece of information does not bode well for Nintendo. So I'm not sure exactly. Let me see where they find. I want to see the source here. I'm going to read the source here. I want to make sure this is actually a credible source here. So this actually comes from Nintendo.co themselves. This comes from Nintendo, the corporation, the Japanese headquarters. And I do want to take a look at this thing here. So Metroid. Where did I mention Metroid here? So Metroid Prime 4. So the reason why this is very significant, guys, is because during E3. Right, during E3, we all remember this. They said Metroid Prime 4 for 2018. I mean, why else would you confirm it unless it was planned to come out in 2018? But with the information we have here, it says TBA, which is to be to be associated, to be decided, or something like that. Anyway, guys, this is concerning news because this is a game people have been waiting a long time for. And now you're making them wait an extra, who knows, probably an extra year, could be even 2 years to 2020. I know that's crazy to say, but I could definitely see it happening. And it's bad news because we haven't seen a traditional Metroid game. Some people count Other M, I personally do not. Although I don't think it was that bad. I just don't. It did not feel like a Metroid game to me. It felt like just a different IP. So really haven't had a new Metroid game in over 10 years now, and the fans have been asking for it. It's probably the most common thing I've ever seen. It's basically like the same people who are saying Half-Life 3 every day. You have a very similar crowd of people who are saying Metroid Prime 4 every day. So it goes both ways, and I do see those two games getting a lot of attention here. But the fact that Nintendo changed the game from 2018 to TBA or TBD, whatever you want to say, is concerning. It definitely does suggest that possibly it's going to be coming out later than they expected, which is bad, which is indeed very bad, guys. I personally do not expect to see this until 2019 at the minimum. But I remember them saying that the producer of the Metroid Prime 4 game will be coming back, which is great news. However, Retro Studios is not working on the game. Apparently, it's going to be somebody else. But the producer who made the last one and helped Retro, he'll be back. So that's really good news. So overall, guys, yeah, I'm gonna have a pre-order link to Metroid Prime 4 down below. Maybe the game could definitely sell out when it comes out. So maybe if you want to get that game now, have a pre-order link down below to it. So overall, yeah, tell me your opinions on the stuff down below, but it definitely does not have good implications for Nintendo. And, also, this game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I would not be surprised if this is delayed too. But we'll talk about that another time. So thank you, and bye.